All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. My name is Sergeant Logan Browse, and I serve as the Director of the Communications Office. Thank you for joining us this morning as we showcase our upgraded patrol vehicles. Joining us here today is Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens, Acting Commissioner. To his left is Major Mark Major, the Director of the Bureau of Communications and Information Services. To his left is Captain George Ritchie, Director of Radio and Fleet Technology Services Division. And to his left is Captain Brian Wolf, Director of Transportation. After a few brief remarks, we invite you all to join us for a tour of the facility and the patrol vehicles. I'd now like to turn it over to Colonel Bivens. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It is a privilege to welcome you here to the Pennsylvania State Police Transportation Facility. Today, we'd like to give you a behind-the-scenes look at what goes into the building of a modern police vehicle. This process begins with the receipt and comprehensive inspection of a new vehicle from a manufacturer, transitions to the application of safety and identification appearance enhancements, and ultimately includes the installation of state-of-the-art technology designed to make these some of the most effective patrol vehicles in service today. This is a team effort between our Transportation Division and the Bureau of Communications and Information Services. With the support of Governor Shapiro, we have made tremendous strides in upgrading and modernizing the PSP fleet. The Pennsylvania State Police has long set the benchmark for professionalism and innovation in law enforcement. Today, that legacy continues as we unveil the latest upgrades to our emergency vehicle equipment, enhancements the public will soon see, hear, and feel across the Commonwealth. Our new 51-inch tricolor LED light bar has a lower profile but is engineered for unmatched visibility and safety. Its distinctive V shape provides a full 360 degrees of light output, significantly improving visibility at critical angles compared to traditional linear bars. This light bar incorporates GPS-based vehicle-to-vehicle communication. When multiple state police units respond to an incident, their light bars automatically synchronize voice commands and flash patterns, maximizing visibility and scene safety. This light bar automatically dims in low light conditions while the vehicle is parked, helping to improve vision at night and to reduce glare. When traffic control is needed, the light bar instantly converts into an arrow board, guiding drivers safely around a stopped patrol vehicle. During hard braking, the bar activates as an additional set of brake lights, providing earlier warning to approaching motorists. New, brighter takedown and alley lights now feature a flood mode, giving troopers exceptional illumination in dark or hazardous environments. Our unmarked patrol vehicles have also been upgraded with a slimmer, more discreet lighting system. These compact front, side, and rear-mounted lights provide enhanced visibility for troopers while maintaining the low-profile appearance required for specialized operations. Our new 400-watt Siren system is equipped with 4 speakers and a low-frequency rumbler device. This technology allows drivers and pedestrians to not only hear the siren, but to feel it. By combining low-frequency vibrations with traditional high-frequency tones, this system delivers up to 10 additional decibels of sound pressure inside nearby vehicles, significantly improving driver awareness. These upgrades dramatically increase our emergency warning window. Motorists now receive more advance notice, which can be crucial during emergency responses. These advancements are currently in the process of being added to other specialized vehicle platforms to enhance officer safety and increase communications during high-risk incidents. This system places the Pennsylvania State Police among only 2 law enforcement agencies nationwide equipped with this level of sound capability. To support these enhancements, we've modernized the in-car control panel, making it simpler and more intuitive. Troopers now have access to automated voice commands, including commonly used messages for traffic stops and incident scenes, available in both English and Spanish. Troopers can now operate the light bar remotely using their key fob, and a new magnetic mount for the radio microphone provides quicker, easier access while driving. Our Transportation Division within the Bureau of Staff Services plays a critical role in ensuring the Pennsylvania State Police fleet remains mission ready. Their work centers on two primary objectives: providing the safest and most reliable vehicles possible while responsibly managing and minimizing maintenance costs. Through these efforts, the fleet consistently operates at peak performance. The Transportation Division manages the entire life cycle of vehicles and is responsible for both preventive and ongoing mechanical maintenance. They also oversee the installation of specialized law enforcement equipment and the application of the required decals. The team works closely with vehicle manufacturers and specialty vendors to ensure that each PSP vehicle is fully equipped to meet the rigorous demands of law enforcement. The radio services and fleet technology integration sections within the Bureau of Communications and Information Services ensure that critical information is transmitted instantly during crucial moments when seconds count. The speed of response can make the difference between confusion and coordination, between risk and resolution, and ultimately between life and loss. BCIS is responsible for several key areas, including the mobile command post, upfitting specialty vehicles, integrating specialized equipment, installing and integrating emergency vehicle lighting systems, audible warning devices, mobile vehicle recorders, body-worn cameras, and radio systems that keep troopers connected in real time, regardless of their location. Additionally, BCIS oversees the computer systems that provide troopers with immediate access to essential records, alerts, mapping information, and other critical data. Captain Wolf and Captain Ritchie will talk more about the rules of these essential teams in just a moment. The highlighted technology will be incorporated in all patrol vehicles over the next several years as new vehicles are replaced. Over the next 5 years, the Pennsylvania State Police will save over $3 million in equipment and upfitting costs while providing the most advanced vehicle technology available. I would like to thank Governor Josh Shapiro for his support of the Pennsylvania State Police and for ensuring the PSP has the tools, resources, and personnel it needs to succeed. The 2025-26 budget invests in 4 cadet classes to support the hiring of new state troopers to replace those members of our ranks who will retire during the next fiscal year. The budget also invests in new patrol vehicles to replace high-mileage units in our fleet. State troopers patrol 44,000 miles of Pennsylvania highways as part of their duties, so it is not uncommon for PSP patrol vehicles to reach 200,000 miles before replacement. I invite those in attendance here today to join me and the staff for a walking tour of this facility, followed by a tour of the vehicles and a lighting and sound demonstration. At this time, I'll turn it over to Captain Brian Wolf with the Transportation Division to start that walking tour. Please join us.
So thank you all for coming. I'm Captain Brian Wolf. I am the Pennsylvania State Police Director of Transportation. It's a cold day here on Thursday. I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate our staff for all the work that we've done to prepare for the media event here. So our goal is to kind of walk you through the process of ordering vehicles, our quality control, prepping it to go to the next step for lighting equipment, computers, and MVRs and cameras and stuff like that. So what I would like to explain to you is the Transportation Division is broken down in a multi-tier division. So this general area is called the Service Department. We service around 300 vehicles for the central part of the state for the state police to incorporate Troop H Harrisburg, which is the local troop that we're in now, our department headquarters, and some of the local bureaus, and that's oversaw by Tony and his folks. It's pretty much run like a dealership. You know, we inspect vehicles, we do some different oil changes, brakes, things like that. Sometimes we do warranty work if some of the dealerships are behind. So what I would like to tell you is, out in the main area here, that's our new car parking lot. When a vendor comes into this location, more often than the time they bring vehicles in large numbers. So they'll bring in a flatbed of anywhere from 20 to 30 vehicles at any given time. They will bring them out into our new car lot. They will position them to have our admin staff, which is led by Megan, and we will start a check-in process, and that is looking for a number of things. That's any visual damage, any deficiencies, anything that we think might prohibit the safety of the vehicle. So that's tier 1 of quality control. There's a checklist that they follow, and we prepare it to go to the next step that's downstairs. It's oversaw by Wyatt and his folks. That's called the upfitting department. As you can see, we took the liberty of giving you an early stage. This is a vehicle that comes through from a state-approved vendor through the Commonwealth. And step 1 was the admin staff checking it in for quality control. It goes downstairs. We start the prepping package. So we actually decal every vehicle for the department. There's partitions, there's rifle racks and fire extinguishers that start the preliminary phase of the introduction of the vehicle. So once we establish that the vehicle is identified, it's inspected, that's the second tier of quality control, and that's performed by the members downstairs for the upfitting division. They actually test drive the vehicle to ensure the safety before it goes out into the field for our members. It's inspected, as I said, it's decaled. At that point, once we identify that that vehicle is set to be a replacement, we are looking on a schedule, and we work closely with the members of the Bureau of Communications and Information Services. We put things on a schedule to be replacement, and we're replacing high mileage vehicles. The Colonel said we're replacing any vehicles that may have mechanical failures or possibly involved in a crash. So once that's identified, we will work closely with BCIS and put it on a schedule for replacement. Now that's a whole separate phase that we're going to move on down to the next part here. Does anybody have any questions from the early stages and the 2-point quality control? And I will tell you, if something is wrong with the vehicle, it has to go back to the vendor to be corrected before we take possession of it again. We ensure every product coming out of this garage is safe for the members out on the road as we would drive it ourselves. So if we could, we're going to go ahead and move down the line here. So an additional item that I would like to pass on to you is we have a multi-platform system, and there's a purpose for that. As we can all remember, COVID made some things difficulty for purchasing and identifying vehicles. So our department has remained flexible by offering a platform of vehicles. As you can see, you have the Chevrolet Tahoe, the Dodge Durango, and the Ford Explorer. These vehicles are purchased directly through a state-approved vendor, and they are a police package directly from the vendor. And as I said, we go through a multi-stage step for quality control. Once we identify the vehicles, we work with BCIS to go to that next step. So as I said, I just wanted to ensure to you that our department does a multi-platform to remain flexible, and we also have to stay within a window of availability. So when you purchase vehicles, there's an order bank window from the manufacturers that we have to remain flexible. I can tell you that the department does things on fleet cycles. We just finished a fleet cycle here recently. We ordered vehicles for the next cycle for 2026. I'll give you some stat information toward the end here. But I invite you to take your time, look at the vehicles. Once I'm finished, I'm going to pass it over to Captain Ritchie. So once the vehicles are equipped, lighted, cameras, computers, rifle racks, we are 100% ready to go. That vehicle will come back to transportation. There's a final checkout that the vehicle comes down through here. Our admin staff ensures that they have a fuel card, registration. We are self-governed through the Commonwealth, and we ensure that vehicle is identified by a vehicle identification number. And as you see the sides of the car, those vehicles are then identified by a vehicle identifier. An example, these vehicles are mobile office vehicles. Through BCIS, we work directly with them. They actually, every cycle, we try to give them the new vehicles right out of the gate because we do test them together. Every 2 weeks, we meet as a department for my division and Captain Ritchie with BCIS. We ensure things are scheduled properly. We discuss any strengths and weaknesses. We prep for the next cycle. We actually order equipment together to ensure that we're utilizing that budget correctly and uniformly. So After final checkout, again, we've test driven it. We've give them a fuel card. It has an equipment number and a vehicle identification number. That car goes out on the road. I just want to share two last things with you. The coordination between these two divisions ensures that that vehicle meets an operational standard. And we want to make sure 100% that that's reliable for our members out in the field of the product that we're presenting to them. In closing, I just want to share some statistical information with you. In 2024, the service center in this area here completed over 700 work orders. And that's a wide range of work orders. That could be inspections, oil changes, tire rotations, some small level warranty work, air conditioning work. There could be a small scale to a medium to high level scale that we're working on at this level within the department. Wyatt and his folks checked out around 800 new vehicles in 2024 that went out into the field. This year, I just want to end with this. This year, the service center worked on over 1,000 vehicles. We repurposed over 300 cars as an agency, and we decommissioned around 600 vehicles that went to auction. Once it goes to auction, whatever value we get for that vehicle goes back into a fund that comes back to the state police. Lastly, we checked in around 700 vehicles that went out into the road in 2025. We still have a couple more that we're about to finish, but I want to thank you for your time. I appreciate everybody showing up. If you have any questions in between the presentations here, please don't hesitate to come up to me. I'm Captain Wolf, the Director of Transportation. I work with a lot of great people at this unit, and I just want to thank them for what they do on a daily basis. Colonel Reed, Colonel Bivens, thank you all. I'm going to pass it over to Captain Ritchie, so thank you for your time.
All right, good morning, everybody. I'm Captain George Ritchie with the Bureau of Communications and Information Services. We have the Radio and Fleet Technology Services Division. We're responsible, our group, for all the technology that goes on and in the cars. Captain's Wolf's group, they handle the shell of the car. We deal with all the technology. So with our fleet integration section, we have Lieutenant Fisher as the commander of that. Here with him is his corporal, Ben France, Trooper Kozlik, Sean Carter, he's our systems integration unit that makes everything go together with the contractor, and Bob Bartham's our statewide radio director. So I'm going to give you a little overview about what technology's in the car. We're very proud to have some of the most advanced patrol cars in the law enforcement industry. So we've had mobile office in our cars, which is a computer system, since the early 2000s. We have the latest laptop in here that gives the troopers the ability to do everything that they can at the station out in the patrol car. So they have instant access to our CAD system for dispatching, records management system, our citation system for writing citations, and everything you can do in the car. Also in the car is a printer, so the troopers have the ability to print citations and anything else they need to right from directly in the car. Going through the car, we also have our P25 radio system. It's a very modern radio style system that puts us on the statewide radio network. We can actually listen to any incident anywhere in the state, not just locally. So if something's going off far away from your station and need to assist with that, our troopers can rapidly turn to that channel and hear anything anywhere in the state. Also in our car, we have a rifle rack, so the troopers can very easily secure their rifle and very quickly access it when they need it. There's a radar system that we have. It's mounted in a lot of the patrol cars in the front back windshield. Gives the troopers the opportunity to operate the radar right from the front of the car. In addition to that, every patrol car has a mobile video camera system or dash camera. That also gives the supervisors ability to live stream now to see what's going on in front of that car. Supervisors can access that live stream through either their cell phone, station computer, or their actual mobile office in their car too. Every car also has a prisoner transport camera, so we can record all prisoner transports. Also, to support all this technology takes a lot of bandwidth. So we have an actual in-vehicle router system to operate all the technology with our cameras, body cameras, and computer systems. And I just want to we work very closely with our Chief Technology Officer, Phil Duncan and his group to make all this stuff happen. It's a very sophisticated system. It takes a lot of teamwork between transportation, or Office of Administration's IT department, and these guys here to put it all together. The other thing I'm going to talk about is the new lighting system. So very advanced from where we were. Simply before, you turn the switch on, shut it off. Wasn't a whole lot else than that. This new system follows what we call the smart concepts for lighting. So when you put your lights on the car, we look strategically where we're going to mount them. So if you look at our Tahoe, it'll be the first car that has the lights pulled out of the grill and actually put on the push bumper. Strategically, that makes the lights more visible at a low level when someone's sitting low in a low car, to see those lights as a car is coming through an intersection. The M is for meaningful lighting patterns and systems. So with our arrow sticks, as the colonels mentioned before, if you synchronize all those arrow sticks to tell people to move to a certain direction, that message gets portrayed much further down the road if you have all those arrow sticks synced together. Same with our lights. You'll see a demonstration when we go outside. The light bars all sync up. It helps push that message further down the road. We also automate a lot of things now with the light bars. So if you hit the brakes very hard, it's going to turn the whole back of that light bar red. Average driving, it's not going to do it. You hit it really hard, it's going to light up. Also, simply by the trooper taking the car in and out of park, it completely changes how the light system operates. So that ties into some other things with the reduced intensity. That's the R part of it. So reduced intensity makes it a lot easier for the motorist to see to get around the car in an incident. At nighttime, it's automatically going to reduce the lights and dim them down so it's easier to see. It's also going to slow the flash pattern down so it's not as crazy and flashing real intense. You'll notice on our cars too, there's flashing white wigwag headlights and white lights in the light bar. It's also going to automatically disable all that stuff. So that's all automated. Trooper does not need to do anything other than simply take the car in and out of park. The last part of it is the tiered approach. So you'll see with our cars rolling out this year, there's more lights at a lower level, a lower tier. So that's to help someone, if you're in a smaller car at a lower level, it puts lights more at head level with those drivers so they can see them easier. You know, as the patrol cars are getting larger and you have the light bars up on the roof, that tiered level makes it easier to see. So also with this change comes a significant upgrade with our Siren system and public address system. We'll do a demonstration of that when we go outside, but we've gone from 100 watts to 400, and we also have pre-recorded messages that we can use for certain incidents that the trooper can simply hit a button and walk away from the car, and that public address system will keep repeating that message over and over in English and in Spanish. So, any questions about that so far? All right, so what I'm going to talk a little bit next is all the work that these guys have to do to get these cars ready to outfit. It's not as simple as just buying it and put it in the car. So what these guys do, every time there's a model year change and something changes in that car, they have to completely reevaluate how everything goes into that car. So they'll work with the manufacturers. There's a lot of upfitting work to make all that equipment adapt and fit in the car properly. They also go out and make traffic stops, handle incidents, and go out to the stations and get feedback from the troopers on the road to see how they like or don't like how they're looking to do something. Once all that is done, then they also airbag test our cars. Our cars go through airbag testing to do two things. Verify that airbag is not going to be impeded in any way when it gets deployed because of equipment we put in there, and also to verify it's not going to knock anything loose that we have mounted in the car. So a lot of work for these guys to go out and get this all done. We did a very, very quick turnaround to transition from the lighting system we have to the lighting system we're going to. We upfitted 426 cars this cycle, and it was a very intense cycle to get this all ready to rock and roll. So that's the smart lighting. So once that's all figured out and they're ready to install this stuff, then we work closely with transportation to start the assembly process to roll these cars out. We typically roll about 20 to 25 cars per week. through our contractor. That's what Sean Carter is in charge of, making sure that gets coordinated. So we'll get a list of cars from Captain Wolf's group. It says these certain cars are ready to go and get replaced at a certain station. We'll notify the station about 3 weeks in advance that their car is going to be getting replaced. We'll then pull the new car assigned to that station in and have it pre-wired by our vendor. The reason we pre-wire it is we reuse all this technology hardware over and over again. If you're getting a new car at a station, that doesn't mean you're getting a brand new radio, brand new computer. We save a lot of money by reusing this stuff over and over. So we'll pre-wire all this, the wiring that's needed to make it basically a plug-and-play solution. And then the station will show up with their old car. The vendor has 2 hours to park the old car next to the new car and move that hardware over, and then they're back over here to transportation for a final inspection, get their paperwork, and then they're back to the field to put the car in service. So that's our cycle for cycling the cars and reusing all the equipment. Any questions on that part? All right, a couple other new things, technology related with the fleet. We also do the mobile command post unit for the state police. We currently have 2 RV-style mobile command post trucks. We're currently in the process of replacing them with the tractor trailer. So there's a rendition over here for you guys to look at. It's currently being built. We just went out to inspect the shell of the trailer last week. That is done. It now moves on to the next phase, and by the end of the year, the whole entire system will be done. It'll have about 850 square feet. It's around 22 feet wide when the slides are all deployed on it. It will be a very nice addition to what we have and make things a lot nicer to fit a lot more people in it. It has a lot of new technology in it. We'll have a big TV wall in it that we can put all kinds of things related to the investigation or event up on the wall for all the commanders to see. We also have 2 networks in it, so we can pull our partner agencies in and give them access to a network to operate their computer equipment. And it also has a very robust TV matrix system and TVs on the outside for doing briefings, and we can pull from any of the partner agencies or our computers and put that stuff up on a TV screen to help everybody see what's going on. It'll also be equipped with a tethered drone on the roof. Tethered drone can go up 150 feet and stay up for days on end if need be. Since it's a tethered device, it doesn't need to come down to have batteries changed. So in addition to that, we also added a tethered drone for our current mobile command post. It's a portable one. We'll show you a demonstration of that outside. We can put that up same as the one on the new truck, 150 feet, and have an aerial view of an incident for days on end if needed. The last thing I'll close with the new technology is we're getting also a portable radio tower trailer. That'll be pulled by a new truck that we have out here that we'll show you. That can be used to bring additional capacity and coverage into a large incident going on at an event. It's also able to be used if we ever have a catastrophic issue with one of our towers from a weather or natural disaster. We can rapidly deploy this new trailer. It has a 100-foot tower on it, and we can quickly restore radio coverage issues either for us, or even if a county agency has issues, we can convert it and help them out as well. So that's some of the new stuff we have with the fleet. Last thing before we do a demonstration, there's 3 things I'll talk about that we're testing. One kind of ties in with the recent snowstorm, you'll appreciate, is we're testing a heated light bar that's a prototype with our vendor. It's designed to automatically turn on some heating elements whenever the temperature gets cold and help keep that snow and ice melted off of the light bar. The other thing we're testing out is, since we have an in-car router, our in-car routers currently only use one SIM system for one cellular vendor. So there's a lot of times we're all used to with our cell phones, you might be in one area that one vendor works, but the other doesn't. So we're testing a couple of devices that have dual SIMs in them that will automatically switch back and forth depending on where you're at and where you have coverage with the vendors. Lastly, this car is equipped with a Starlink. So this is a recent thing we started testing up in Cameron County in November. This car was assigned to that station, the Troop F Emporium, for several weeks, and they extensively use this where they are widespread areas with no cell coverage. So credit to Chief Technology Officer Phil Duncan and his team for helping us successfully make that work. We're now exploring options to see if we can expand that a little bit. It is an expensive solution, but we see some options that maybe we can make that work. So if there are any questions about that? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, you said you're switching from like an RV style vehicle to a trailer. Like, what are the advantages there?
So, one, when you have a trailer, you don't have an engine and driver compartment up front. So we can use that as all usable space to put people in there and equipment rather than tying up the front several feet for the driver and engine compartment. We can also put a lot bigger slides on it. It'll have 8-foot slides on each side, so we can have a lot more square footage, even minus the driver compartment area. And the other thing I like about it too is if we ever had a drivetrain issue with the power unit, we can quickly get a truck, another tractor, put it under the trailer and move that expensive technology to wherever we need it. And we're not worrying about some engine issue or drivetrain issue with the power unit. All right, so as you can see, this is some of our cars with the new lighting technology on it. The light bars are all synced up. It helps make that message a lot less chaotic when our cars are sitting on the side of the road. Now, as I mentioned earlier, as you take the car in and out of park, it's going to drastically change how the lights operate. So as you can see now, there's no white flashing light, there's no headlights flashing or anything like that. It's a very slow, calm look for the motorist to get around. Corporal French now is going to put the car in drive and you're going to see the difference. As you can see, the light bar is rotating through 4 different flash patterns. It's a lot more intense flash pattern as well. That's to try to get everyone's attention to get out of the way quicker. The grill, up in the grill, the headlights are flashing. And those also change the light pattern. New cars will start having the lights incorporated into the front push bumper. That gets them out of the grill so they're more easily seen when we're going through an intersection. Next thing I'm going to show you is what they call the full flood mode. So Corporal, can you kill all your lights? So we're traditionally using what they call takedown lights in the light bar. This new system has the option for a takedown light and a full flood. The full flood at night is incredibly bright. It's really good for lighting up a scene. So Corporal France, can you just do takedowns? So that's what we're traditionally used to with our fleet. Next thing I'm going to show you is called full flood. So at night, when you turn full flood on, it would light this whole entire area up very well. It's a great improvement from what we had before. Next thing we'll do is show you the public address system, but I caution you, we probably want to move off to the side because it is extremely loud.
Pennsylvania State Police. We have a search warrant for the residence. Surrender the residence immediately.
Habla la Policía Estatal de Pensilvania. Tenemos una orden de allanamiento para la residencia. Entregue la residencia de inmediato.
This is the Pennsylvania State Police. We have a search warrant for the residence. Surrender the residence immediately.
Habla la Policía Estatal de Pensilvania. Tenemos una orden de allanamiento para la residencia. Entregue la residencia de inmediato.
This is the Pennsylvania State Police. We have a search warrant for the residence. Surrender the residence immediately.
Habla la Policía Estatal de Pensilvania. Tenemos una orden de allanamiento para la...
So what we're trying to show you here is these systems can actually sync up. So if we have one house on one side of a residence and another on another side of the residence or a large building, we can sync those PA system pre-recorded messages up. The troopers can actually get out of the car to safety and stay away from the car and let that message continue to go in Spanish and English. Any questions about the lights so far? Yep. We'll go ahead and play the siren for you to show you how much louder that is compared to what we're used to. that helps penetrate when you're in close proximity to vehicles. They got the radio cranked up, or all these new cars are a lot more sealed up than used to be. That rumbler and that extra siren boost really helps people see or hear you coming a lot better. We're getting a lot of positive feedback from the troopers that are using these cars, not only for the PA systems for hailing people, but also helping clear traffic out of the way better. Any other questions about the cars and the new lights and sirens? All right, over here is our newest mobile command post. It's a 2011 Freightliner. We have an older one, 1999. That's the one that's being replaced with the tractor trailer. This one has technology, that boom up on the ceiling there. That's to tie into the video feed with our helicopter and airplanes, so we can do a video downlink in an incident. So welcome if you want to go over there. As you can see, our drones up in the air too. Feel free to go over to the command post. You can see on the side of the truck, there's a TV open. That's what our computerized dispatch system shows all the cars where they're at in the area. So feel free to go over there. You can go in it as well.
works closely with vehicle manufacturers and specialty vendors to ensure that each PSP vehicle is fully equipped to meet the rigorous demands of law enforcement. The radio services and fleet technology integration sections within simpler and more intuitive. Troopers now have access to automated voice commands, including commonly used messages for traffic stops and incident scenes, available in both English and Spanish. Troopers can now operate the light bar, alerts, mapping information, and other critical data. Captain Wolf and Captain Ritchie will talk more about the roles of these essential teams in just a moment. The highlighted technology will